Good morning. Thank you for joining VirtualPBX admin or dash admin training. Excuse me. Uh, if you're a vConsole customer, we no longer provide the live trainings for that. However, if you go under our support page and select vConsole support, it takes you to this page here. And if you scroll down about a third of the way, over here on the right, advanced admin training, that is the complete training for our vConsole customers. Covers all the features and whatnot. If you scroll further down, you have the specific guides for a particular feature, as well as any guides related to hardware, VoIP phones, etc. Likewise, for our Dash customers, if you go over to Dash support, the new user training, that's actually the full admin training. And then further down, we also have the guides here for individual features, as well as getting hardware working on your Dash account. All right, for logging in, the console login link is here, and then you have your Dash login over here to the left. All right, so Dash, you log in with an email address. Main thing you want to look out for is that first character of your email address. You want to make sure that's lowercase. Your password, which would have been emailed to you after you signed up. And then your account name, which is normally your company name. If you ever forget, you ever forgot info link over here to the right. And then you log in. Now, by default, you get sent right to the dashboard. If you're a brand new sign up, basically the Dash wizard comes up, basically gives you highlights of a few key features to look at. Then you have a couple different navigation options through the system. The first is over here to the top right, which we refer to as the hamburger icon or hamburger menu. It's 3 horizontal lines. So we're on the dashboard. Second up is the queues, which is if you're making use of ACD queues. This is how you would monitor the queues as an admin, or for yourself or your staff, this is also where you would go to log into a queue. A blacklist is where you would block phone numbers from reaching your system, i.e. someone's been making harassing calls to you. Faxes, as an admin, you can get to any fax box on the system and see any incoming or outgoing fax. The monitor lets you see who's doing what on the system. In fact, this is easier to see. Basically, green tells you, hey, they're ready to take a call. If anyone is blue, they're on an inbound call. If they're gold or orange, they're on an outbound call. And if they're red, they've marked themselves unavailable. Recordings takes you to the recordings manager. User portal, this is what one of the things every user can get to. Most use it to either check their voicemails or, under settings and devices, they can set up their own call forwarding. Basically, check a box and enter a phone number. As an admin, you get the voicemail. Again, you get to any voicemail box on the system. And then webhooks is basically if you're going to make use of APIs to hook Dash into other software. Let's go back to the dashboard because this is where you're going to set up basically everything. All right, on our screen here, we have our total users. These are all your people on the account making and receiving calls or in ACD queues, what have you. Total devices, these are all the devices you've added to the account, whether they're associated with a user or just an extra device. And then unregistered means the system does not know that they're connected. Usually this means it's a VoIP device that is not connected, so we can't send calls to it. Main phone number, you can have multiple main numbers. These numbers all behave the same way. This means they'll have the same main greeting that plays, and they'll all route the same way. Your fax box number, this is for your incoming faxes. Obviously, if you're not expecting to get any faxes, you don't need a number here. And you can also have a conference number if you're going to make use of the conference bridge. Your total numbers, these are all the numbers on your account. Assigned numbers means these are numbers you are using. They go someplace, right? So they're a main number, or they go directly to a particular user, or they go to a ring group, or to your ACDQs, etc. Spare numbers, these are numbers that are on your account, so you're being charged for them. However, you're not using them actively right now, meaning they're not going anywhere. Calls essentially ring busy to those specific numbers. Basically, you're saving them for a future project or future growth. And then down here, broken down by US DID, meaning US local numbers, so specific area code. And then US toll-free. Company directory, basically these are all the people, all the users you've selected to show up in the company directory. You can always change that at any time. The account ID, this long alphanumeric string here, essentially your account number. You can always use that, and we can find you. Although if you ever call in or use chat support, we typically just ask for your company name. The account realm, this is what you would use to program a third-party device, so like a soft phone from, say, Counterpath. You would also use it if you're making use of outbound faxing. This would be the domain. Essentially, in the to field of an email, you put +1 area code and phone number of the fax number, the @ symbol, and then you would put this realm there for the domain. Then you would attach a PDF or a TIFF and send the email out. And our newer feature on here is your store discount code. Just for being a customer, you get a discount when you buy anything through our web store, which is linked right up here. So you got office phones, etc. All right. Up here we've got caller ID. Again, this is for your main numbers. You can select either of them there. Then you have the company caller ID name, or CNAME. This is restricted to 15 characters, including spaces. This is an industry standard. One thing to remember about CNAME is that not every carrier supports CNAME. So if a call happens to route through one of those carriers, that information doesn't get to the destination. And even for those carriers who do support CNAME, it's their lowest priority, right? Their first and overriding priority is to connect the call. And then they send the caller ID information, then the CNAME information. So if they're having higher than expected call volume, CNAME is often dropped. So that way they can make sure they connect the call. Also, if they're having some sort of maintenance issue, or they have to take things offline to fix them, again, CNAME is the first thing they drop off. Now below this, we have your company emergency, the 911 address. Basically, from a VoIP phone, someone picks up, calls 911. This is the default address the system sends out to emergency services. So obviously, you want to make sure this is correct. Also, if you have staff members in different locations, you can actually set up the E911 for the specific location. So that way they're not tied to their office when, headquarters is in Texas, but you have an employee in Washington State. Doesn't do them any good to pick up the phone and give an address in Texas. Hold music. So Dash, you can upload your own media files, specifically .wav, .wav, or .mp3. For hold music, basically what happens is a call will come in. The inbound caller is going to hear ringing until a staff member picks up. Staff member then puts that person on hold. This is the default hold music that will play. You can also have individual hold music for each user. A couple things to keep in mind is, one, you want to make sure that any file you upload is recorded in mono, not in stereo. Right? When you listen to audio files over a phone, it's got one speaker, so it's a mono device. So if you have a stereo recording trying to go through that one speaker, you have two tracks trying to overplay each other. All the person hears is static. So you want to make sure you record in mono. Currently, file size is restricted to 1 megabyte. Our engineers are working on that. A 1 megabyte MP3, for example, is roughly 5 minutes long. So usually that's plenty of time. You would just click upload. You would find the file on your computer and then click on this little icon here to upload. If you've already uploaded files, they'll all be here for you to look at as well. And then if you're done, you would click Save Changes. And then we'll go to your hours. This is actually part of your incoming call handling. And there we go. So by default, new accounts are set to 24-hour open office. That doesn't work for everyone. We realize that. So you can go to custom office hours. You put a check mark next to each day of the week that you're open for business, i.e. you're taking calls. Then in the boxes here to the right, you select your time in military or 24-hour time. Again, it's a pull down, so you can select the times that are appropriate for you. Right down here, you have this option here. If your office or store is completely closed for lunch, right? Everyone goes to lunch at the same time. You can check this box here and then input your lunch hours, again, in 24-hour time. And then when you're done, you click on Save Changes. All right, looks like no one has shown up, so we'll go ahead and end this session here.